Stevie, ce qui me fait vraiment plaisir, c'est qu'après avoir eu Joe Satriani, on va avoir la chance d'avoir Steve Vai. Il nous a dit OK, et ça c'est super. Donc comme il vient de finir de scène déjà et qu'il va y avoir bientôt la jam, on va se presser, on a quelques questions à lui poser, et je pense qu'il sera d'accord. Hello Steve.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, fine, fine. Alors, can you tell me what's going on in your career since the last meeting at the Élysée Montmartre?
Oh, so much, so much. First of all, what's been going on is way too much time between coming back here to France again. I released a live DVD from that tour, which was recorded live in London. And then I released a couple of, excuse me, yes, there it is.
The promotion for Steve. Ah bah oui.
Oui. Okay. So what did I do? I started working on my record, new record. Yeah, and then I put the whole thing on the shelf and started over. And then I released a couple of things. I released archives. See, I have a box set that I released that has slots for 10 CDs. Yes, and it comes with 3 CDs. And you can get it on my webpage. And it's all stuff that's very hard to find, or stuff that I've had in my vault, you know, that I've been saving. Old projects, projects that I've done for films, contributions I've made to other people's records. So I had Archives Volume 3 and 4 come out. I also am doing, we did a G3 tour in America with myself and Joe Satriani and Yngwie Malmsteen. And then I finished my new record, which is called Real Illusions. And that comes out in February of 2005. And then I will prepare for a world tour at that time. Oh, I did a great project I got to tell you about. It was with the Halen Metropole Orchestra.
Alors, just the question in at the Élysée Montmartre, we have the surprise to see Tommy McAlpin and Billy Sheehan that you meet with David Lee Roth. Do you remember in the first tour to Paris, Billy together with you in Paris?
Was it the Montmartre that we played?
No,
it was the Zenith. It was the Zenith, yeah. Oh, I remember.
Alors, how did you made your choice for the 2001 tour, the musician?
Well, Billy and I have played together in the past with David Lee Roth, so we were hoping that eventually we'd be able to get back together and do a tour. So this seemed to be the right time. So there was that. And I needed a keyboard player that could play guitar very well. And somebody told me that Tony McAlpine plays keyboards very well. And I knew how well he played guitar, but I had no idea he could play the keyboards so good. He truly is brilliant, and I was very fortunate that he accepted the opportunity to be in the band, because he is truly a tremendous musician.
I've saw the first records of Tony McAlpine. It's very incredible, and Tommy Aldridge on the drums. It's a great.
Oh, he's a phenomenal musician.
And, alors, G3 number 2 with Yngwie Malmsteen. Did you had ego problem with him, with Yngwie?
Well, no, because I've known Yngwie for 20 years, and I've always respected him. Yngwie, what it is he's extremely confident in what he does. And that's what it takes, really, to be as good as he is. He's very confident. And sometimes, you know, the Swedes are very to the point. They're very practical, and they just speak what they feel. And if you don't know Yngwie, you can perhaps think that some of the things he says are very rude or inappropriate or whatever. But if you really know him, there's a person in there that's very warm and very compassionate. I mean that. And I love the guy. I really do. We had a wonderful time on tour. And he's amazing. You know, he's really, if you like that kind of thing, what he does, you know, that neoclassical type thing, nobody can do it like him. He's just truly amazing.
Because I remember in the Alcatrazz, for the rockers in the arts, it's a good surprise too, the first time. And alors, are you going to see soon your next album? We have the, what do you think to Jimi Hendrix? That is a personal question.
What do I think about Jimi Hendrix? Well, every maybe 50 years, you know, a musician comes along that changes the face of of a particular genre or instrument. And Jimi Hendrix had a unique vision, you know, and he was able to incorporate many things into his music and his guitar playing. He went with his guitar playing where nobody went, you know, and it doesn't, you don't need me to say that. Yeah. Everybody knows that. But he also had so many other things. He had the color, you know, all the color in his music, the color of his skin, the color of his clothes, you know, the sex, you know, that he had balance, like with sex, and you know, the right type of comments at the right time. He was just cool. He was very cool, you know. He was very in control, and he had a vision, and he was able to make that vision real. And it's just that his vision was so much beyond anybody else's at the time, you know. And it's amazing to me that he did all that and then died at 27 years old. 27 is a kid. You're a kid when you're 27, you know, I mean.
Is there just a free record?
Yeah, it's extraordinary to me, extraordinary. I watch videos of him, and to this day, I'm 44, I don't have, you know, I see how sharp his vision and his focus and his playing and everything is, and you know, he was beyond his years, you know, and he went out there and did it every night. He redefined the instrument every time he played it. He redefined it.
Alors, the last question, c'est où elle est? Is it true that you introduced yourself to Zappa, knowing all of this music, and he hired you after this?
Well, not necessarily, no. What happened was I called Frank, and I had a very nice conversation with him. He was in a good mood. I was very lucky. But I was 18 years old, too. And I told him that I had transcribed the Black Page, which was a song of his that he wrote. And I had some scores from a museum, I mean a library of Edgar Varese that I wanted to send him, and a tape of my band. So I sent, he gave me his home address, which was very odd. And when he heard the stuff, he was impressed. Mm-hmm. And he asked me if I wanted to join the band or fly out and audition for the band. And I said, yeah. And he asked me how old I was. I said I was 18. And he said, forget it. So I said, no, I'm coming out to California. And he put me on salary transcribing music. And then I moved out to California and I joined the band when I was 20. Yeah, it was quite an amazing experience.
It's a great experience, because he's a great genius, Frank Zappa.
Absolutely, most certainly.
Yeah. Alors, the last, is possible, can you say to Mazal TV, the TV, Mazal, can you say the blog? Because you are in front of my camera.
To Mazal, I'm sorry.
Mazal TV.